A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of chapter strategies for enhancement in food production. Before going to start, first as our previous class content, then we proceed to the today's topic, plant breeding. In previous class, we have already discussed about the animal breeding. In animal breeding, there are two type of strategies apply for production of yield, for increasing the high or for getting the high yield of production, high yield of any components. For this purpose, the animal breed interbreeding or inbreeding or outbreeding. Inbreeding is a type of breeding in which the animal breed the superior male or female undergoes in mating for the production of desired gene, for the production of desired product. So the superior male and female mate with each other, or they generally have their common ancestor about 4 to 6 generation. So that type of breeding is known as inbreeding. The outbreeding is a type of breeding in which the male or female belongs to the same species but do not have the common ancestor of about 4 to 6 generation. Or also the outbreeding also takes place in between the two different breeds. So on the basis of the types of breeding, the outbreeding may be divided into three are of three type. The outcrossing, in which the male and female belongs to the same breed but do not have common ancestor about 4 to 6 generation. In crossbreeding type of breeding, in which the male or female cross or they belong to different breed, for example Hisardale, production of Hisardale or which is a product of Merino and Bikaneri Eves. So these are the breeds of the sheep. Now after this, interspecific breed is also breeding is a type of breeding in which male or female reproduce or mating occur in between the two different species. For example, production of mule is a product of two different species, that is horse and donkey. So when the horse and donkey mate to form offspring, that is known as interspecific breeding. After this, the so many beekeeping and fisheries are also used for enhancing the food product. For example, the products from the beekeeping are the bee wax, honey, pollen grain, royal jelly, or bee venom. So bee venom is mostly used as an anti-venom for a snake, or for neutralizing the antigens present in the poison of a snake. So bee venom is generally help in the treatment of snake venom. Now the honey have the medicinal qualities, or so that they are generally using in the medical field, or also they have their nutritive values. Or pollen grain actually isolate from the or collect from the beehives, or bee wax is also used for making the cosmetics and the for the making of cosmetics. And fishes is also used for the production of high yield of the fishes, different type of fishes, marine fishes, as in case of the marine fishes, or the other aquatic products also enhanced by the fisheries, or aquaculture or pisciculture. For example, now the freshwater fishes mainly are rohul, also said to be labio, katla, and other common carp. So these are freshwater fishes or enhanced by the fisheries. Also some of the aquatic animals like crabs, lobster, prawn, these are also or belongs to the arthropoda family or phylum, but their production is all included into the aquatic or aquaculture. Now after this, now let's move to the today's topic, that is plant breeding. Now the plant breeding is used for enhancing the plant products. For example, enhancing the quality and quantity of the cereals, enhancing the quality and quantity both of the vegetables, or enhancing the quality or quantity of the other food products, other plant products. For example, it can be also implant for the generation of new variety, or the plant breeding, also the hybridization technique used for making the plant more effective. So what are the aims of plant breeding? First we discuss the aims of plant breeding. Then we discuss about the other phenomena or technique or steps that are involved in the plant breeding. So aims are also said to be goals of plant breeding are, that is, the plant breeding need for making the disease resistant plant. Disease resistant plant. So what is disease resistant plant? So many bacterial or fungal disease occur on plant, or due to the fungal, bacterial or disease or pest. Actually our farmers are also affected by this, or plants are affected, or our crops are affected. All the crops are also affected by the different diseases that are caused by fungi, that are caused by bacteria and caused by the viruses. Now actually they affect all the crops, all the entire field of the crop, entire field of the vegetables, entire field of the plants. For example, so due to the average yield or average per yield is actually decreases by the by the different disease caused in the plant, or due to they actually affect all total field of the crop. So that is why there is need for the plant breeding, or for making the plant disease resistant plants. So by the hybridization technique or by the technology, we induce the generally disease resistant gene into the plant, as in case of the biotechnology or BT bagan or BT brinjal, also said to be BT brinjal, BT cotton. All these plants are disease resistant with the help of bacteria, or with the help of biotechnology. The genes of these bacteria introduced into the plant, so plants are now able to reproduce or produce that type of toxins which are produced by bacteria. Or if any insect bite or eat the leaves of plant, or eat generally the corn borer or bollworm actually form pore inside the bud of cotton, or they live inside the bud of cotton. They make pore on the bud of cotton. So due to this, the whole cotton plant get affected, or due to this disease, yield of the cotton also get affected by the bollworm, for example by the lepidopterans or group of lepidopterans. Now, so the requirement of disease resistant plant is for preventing the disease causing the plant, or also they help in making the plant more tolerate for the development of more tolerance capacity in the plant. So that's why the plant breeding is required. So for making the disease resistant plant, second is for making the improve the tolerance level of plant. Improve the tolerance level of plants for the environment. For the environment. So for this purpose, there is need for the development of plant breeding, or development through the plant breeding. There is plant breeding. The tolerance level of the plant is also increases by the hybridization of the plant that are live in the most adverse condition. So if we want to introduce such genes which actually responsible for the increasing the tolerance level in the plant, so that can easily survive in the adverse season, or that can easily survive in the more chilled condition or hot condition both. Or for example, they can also grow in the high water stress condition. For example, maize or bajra, the hybrid or breeds of plant like maize and bajra, or for example the pusa subram, also a breed of plant which generally have the high tolerance level for the water stress, so they can live in the water stress also. So such like this plant, other plants are also developed by the plant breeding, or they can also survive in the water stress, or also in adverse conditions. Now third is for improving the yield of crop. Yield of crop, for improving the yield of the crop. So this is why we need for the plant breeding. Now all these are the aims of the plant breeding. Now let us discuss about the steps which are involved in the plant breeding. So steps in plant breeding. Steps in plant breeding. So first is collection and preservation or of the plant breed. Collection of variability. Collection of variability. That means the plants which is pre-existing genetic variability present in wild varieties, species and relatives of plants are collected and preserved for the hybridization purpose. So in this step, pre-existing genetic variability of wild varieties species and other relative plants, other collected and preserved. So in this step, the genetic or genes which are already available in the wild varieties or in the species or the relatives of the plants, they all are collected and preserved in such a manner so that we can use these genes for the formation of new breed, for the formation of hybridized breeds, because all these genes are needed for making the plant more resistant towards the against the atmosphere, or also they can survive in the adverse condition. For this purpose, there is need for the identification of the genes, for the what the genetic variability is present in the species or relatives, or also said to be the nearby species, or nearby species are also present in the environment, or how they show the different adverse condition with respect to each other. If we want to preserve that characteristic for the for the near future or for the formation of new plant breed. So we need to first our first need is that we have to preserve the genetic material of the plant or their relatives, or for this purpose there is collection of the different types of plants. So different type of plant or relatives, their relatives. For example, if we want to collect or preserve the mustard plant, so we need to preserve, for making the new plant breed we need to preserve, or collection is also needed, all the varieties of the mustard, all the species of the mustard, that species are their relatives of the mustard plant. So for this purpose there is need for the preservation of relative or wild varieties, for because of the making change in the wild variety, so they are able to survive in adverse condition too, or able to survive in water stress, or what is the stress is present in the locality. So for this purpose there is need for collection of variability. Now the second step is selection, evaluation of selected plant. Evaluation of selected plant. So the reproduction in the plant is needed, or hybridization in plant is needed for the selection of, or for the evaluation of the plant, because for making true breeding line we need to select the parent plant by the several self-pollination. So need of self-pollination or increase the number of the plants so that we can select the parent plant. Selection of parent plant by self-pollination and increase the number of the parent plant by self-pollination, and then we choose the correct and the suitable plant for our plant breeding technology. For our technology we are going to introduce in the plant for making the breed of the plant. So now the third step is cross hybridization in the selected plant. The third step is cross hybridization in the selected plant. Third step is cross hybridization in the selected parents. Cross hybridization in the selected parents. So the characters which are chosen by us for the plant breeding technology. So for this person, when we choose the desirable plant, or the plant is parent plant, or because we are going to hybridize, we are going to making true plant breed for the waters, for they can easily for the yielding of food production, for example. So we need to choose the parent plant, two parent plant, that is they can survive, the parent plant that have the characteristic for survival in the adverse condition or water strength. So for making the desirable plant breed, that the following characteristic of the plant breed are: they can survive in the water strength in less amount of water, they produce large number of fruits, also they have nutritive values. So we want to we generally want the hybrid plant have or plant breed have three characteristics. That means first, they can live in the water stress condition. They can survive. They produce large number of fruits also, or they have the nutritive value. The fruits have the nutritive values. For example, the golden rice, which are a plant breed of which is a rice breed, golden rice, or have the nutritive value that the golden rice is enriched in vitamin A. So the plant breed actually have the nutritive value also. So for this purpose, we need to cross in between the two characteristic of plant, because a plant generally do not have the all characteristic. So for making a plant with all characteristics, we need to fuse the parents with two different characteristics. For example, the parent who can live in the stress condition, or second, they can produce vitamin A, nutritive value, nutrition, or vitamin in their food. Vitamin A, for example, the plant A is the quality, have the quality. For example, here is the plant A, or the plant A can produce, live in water stress. They can survive, the plant A can survive in water stress, or have the nutritive value. For example, just an example, here is the parent plant B. These are both the parent plant which we have selected for the hybridization, for the plant breeding in step 2. Now in step 3, when we selected these plants, or after the increasing the number by self-pollination, we need to cross or hybridize both the plant for making the desired offspring. So plant B have characteristic of large number of have the characteristic of making large number of fruit. So they can produce large number of fruit. High yield. So their yield is so high or product is high. That means if they are producing oranges, so they produce high yield of high number of oranges. Or the plant A, they don't have such qualities like high number of oranges, but the size of oranges of plant A is small, but they can survive in water stress or have the nutritive value. That means maximum number of the vitamin C is present in plant A oranges. For example, if the crossing between the plant A or B takes place, so there is mixing of two characteristics. The offspring which is formed by the crossing in between the plant A or B have both the characteristics of plant A and B with the B plant. So the offspring which is formed by the crossing in between the plant A or B have both the characteristics. These characteristics, for example, the hybrid or plant breed which is formed by the hybridization in between the plant A or B is plant C, or they can tolerate the water stress like plant A. They have the nutritive value. The plant C have the nutritive value, or they can produce the high number of the oranges. So high yield also given by the plant. So for this purpose, we need to cross in between the plant A, which is selected in plant in the first step. Then in second step, increasing the number of plant A by the self-pollination, so that we can get the plant, so many number of 100, for example 100 number of plant A. So because by a single hybridization, there is not necessary the single hybridization is a successful hybridization. A successful hybridization. So for the successful hybridization, so many times the hybridization takes place for making this type of plant. For example, for if the first hybridization takes place, so there is not necessary the the offspring which is formed by the first hybridization have all the characteristic of plant A or plant B both. So there is no need or not necessary for making the desirable plant breed. There are so many hybridization takes place in between the plant A or B, or if for making the number of hybridization, there is need for the number of so many number of plant A or so many number of plant B too. Now after the hybridization, now the selection of offspring is done in the fourth step. Now the fourth step is selection and testing of recombinants. As we discussed in the third step, the offspring which is formed by the combination of plant A or plant B. Now in the fourth step, the testing of the recombinant. So the offspring which is formed by the formed by the crossing in between the plant A or plant B, or crossing in between the two different species. Now check. Now there is need for the selection and testing both of the recombinant, that the offspring is formed by the hybridization. Because for selection of the desired trait, we need to check which kind of trait the offspring will have, for example. So for this purpose, there is selection and testing of recombinant. So the offspring which are produced by the hybridization, or they are now grown in the field for the testing for which kind of traits actually shown by the offspring. For example, if we want to prepare a plant which produce orange, or our desired characteristics are what we want in plant, that the selection and testing of recombinants, we choose generally the plant which have all these characteristics by providing them that adverse climatic condition or water stress, for example. So there are so many, these are the plants, for example here so many plants, 100 of the orange plants. Now we provide them water strength. So for example, if the A plant only, here is a C plant, E and D, if they don't have the genes for the water stress, so they die in the water, all these die in the water stress, so only this one can survive. So this plant get selected from all these plants, because all the plants died under the water stress. Now the fifth step is the evaluation or production of these in large quantity by the self-pollination. Now the testing and release and commercialization. Testing, release and commercialization of plant breed. For commercialization of the plant breed, that C plant have the desired characteristic what we want, or they actually follow all our goals or our aims. So the plant C represent all these characters. So we need to increase the number of plant. For increasing the number of plant, the self-pollination is needed. That means plant have the genes for for all the characteristics. So we need to increase the number of the plant. For increasing the number of plant, the self pollination is needed. Then grow the seed of seed plant, or thus the desired plant hybrid, the number of plant hybrid increased. Now the commercialization is the transfer of the plant, this new plant hybrid, over in all cities, in all countries, for example. So they provide their seed, also they provide as such plant for the commercialization, so that the farmers can grow these plants. Then after, for the testing and evaluation, these plants also, the seed of this plant also provide to selected farmers, that they increase their number, they check the what is the production, what are the yields of the plant, or how they can survive. They again form the large quantity of the seed for the commercialization, for providing the other farmers for suitable yield. Topic. I hope you like this video, and keep listening and watching me, and thank you for listening and watching me.